Hello my dear students, how are you today? Hope you are fine. This is a grammar lesson presented by Mrs. Eman Samy. First of all, as students, I want you to answer this question. Where did you go last weekend or where did you go yesterday? I'm gonna elicit the answers from my students and try to edit the verb if it's wrong or if they are mistaken. I traveled to Paris, I went to the cinema, I stayed at home, and if somebody say I stay at home, I will say I stayed at home. I stayed at home. I will raise my voice on the verb because this is our main target. What did you eat yesterday? Maybe somebody will tell me I ate sushi, I ate chicken and fries. Maybe somebody will tell me I eat potato, for example. I'm gonna fix this mistake. Okay, next one. When were you born? I will listen the answers and focus on I was born in 1988, for example. Then I will divide the class into groups and ask them to read the text very well and try to answer these questions. In groups, they will just have 10 minutes to finish this task. While answering these questions, I'm gonna monitor and see what are they doing, and if they need help, I'm gonna give them a hand. And then when the 10 minutes are up, I'm gonna tell them, could you please answer the questions? What about the first group? Where did Helen go last summer? What's your answer? They will tell me she went to Paris. She went to Paris. Next one. How did she go there? She went by car. She went by car. Where do Helen and her family live? They live in Brighton. They live in Brighton. What did they see there? Yes, they saw the most interesting places like Eiffel Tower, Louvre Museum, and so on. Why were they tired? Yes, next group. Because they had to walk a lot to watch everything and enjoy all the amusements. And the last question for the next group. Did Helen's sister love Disney? Yes, she did. Or yes, she loved it. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna thank them and tell them, please focus here. I asked you where do they live? Why I used here did and I used here do. Why? Yes, because here I ask about something happened in the past. But here, because this is their permanent place they live in, that's why I use do, because this is a present simple tense. Okay. Here I'm gonna ask them. I will divide the class into groups another time and ask them to focus on the underlined verbs. And then ask them, I want you to change the verb into the infinitive form. Maybe they asked me, what is infinitive form? I will give them an example. For example, went, the first verb here we have went. The infinitive form of went is go. So go, change it to be went. Okay? Why we use went? Why we didn't use go? Yes, because it's past and it happened. It happened and started and finished in the past. When something started and finished in the past, I transfer the verb into past form. So go, change it to be went. Next one, live. Live here is infinitive form, so it's already infinitive. If it was past, it would be lived. We lived. But here it's infinitive already. Next one, so. Yes, so. What is the infinitive form of so? After they finish, I'm gonna take the answers and check if they get the infinitive form or not. So I'm gonna take each verb. Yes, so the infinitive form is see. Next one, had. Yes, have. Next one, loved. Yes, love. So after that, I'm gonna write down the answers here. Go, went. I will ask them to repeat after me. Go, went. See, saw. Have, had. Visit, visited. Love, loved. Live, lived. Study, studied. Play, played. After that, I'm gonna ask my students, can't you notice the difference between the first group and the second group? The irregular verbs and the regular verbs? They will tell me, yes. In the first group, the irregular ones, we changed the verb, the whole verb. Go, it became went. It became totally different. See, saw. It became totally different. Have, had. But in the second group, we just added at the end d or ed or ied. So in most verbs we add ed, and because here love and live end with e, so we just added here d, loved, lived. And because we have here study, it ends with y. That's why we changed y to be ied. But listen and focus. We have another y here. I'm gonna ask the students why we just added ed, why we didn't write it with the same way of the previous one. Yes, because here we have play. Look at the verb before the letter y. It's a vowel. So because it's vowel, the vowel says to the y, please don't leave me, please don't leave me, keep me with you. That's why we just added ed and we kept the y letter as it. But study, the verb study, we have here study. What before y letter? Yes, we have here d. D is consonant, and that's why it became ied. So study, studied. So to sum up, let's say if we change the verb into past, we have two kinds of verbs, regular and irregular. Regular, we just add d, ed, ied. But irregulars, we change the whole verb, and we have to memorize it and study them well. And I have a special way, I'm gonna give it to you in another video, tell you how to memorize and study them in very short time. Let's move to the usage of the verb. The verbs I showed you now, are they happening now? No. Are they happening in the future? No. So they happened in the past. That's why our tense today is called past simple tense. Past simple tense. For example, she phoned me yesterday. She phoned me yesterday. Where the verb here? Yes, phoned. And we added here ed. So it's regular or irregular? Yes, it's regular. Now I will ask the students to be divided into groups, and each group should think about the usages of the past simple tense. You have 3 sentences. Throughout them, I want you to think, what is the usage of past simple? You have 2 minutes to think about them. I made a delicious cake 2 hours ago. What is the usage of past simple throughout this sentence? What did I express here? Yes, something started and finished in the past, or if I have a specific time in the past. So when I have something started or began and finished in the past, so I have to use past simple here. Or if I have a specific time, for example, in 2002, 2 hours ago, in the past, in 1999, and so on. Number 2, when I was young, I always ate fast food. So why I use past simple here to express what? Yes, to express past habits or past routine. That's right. Number 3, we went to the park. We had lunch, then we left. Why I used this tense? Because when I have action that happened one after one or they followed each other in the past, I use past simple for them all. Super you are. So to sum up, why we use past simple? Number 1, something started and finished in the past habits or routines. Number 3, actions followed each other in the past. So we have sometime expressions to express past simple, like yesterday, last night, last week, last month, last year, and so on. Ago, 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, and so on. Then, when, how long ago, in 1999, in 2020, in 2012, and so on. Once, the previous, in the past. All of these time expressions can be used to express past simple. What about the negative form? What the meaning of negative? Negative means to use not, to negate the sentence. If I have the sentence like this, they passed the exam, or I passed the exam. What is the negative form of it? They didn't pass the exam. They didn't watch the match. Look here, they didn't watch. I didn't say watched, I said watch. What after didn't is infinitive form. What comes after didn't must be infinitive form. Not only didn't, but also did as question. If I have a question, I will start with did, then the subject, then the infinitive form. For example, did the police arrest the criminal? Did the police arrest the criminal? Have you seen here the verb? Did arrest. Did arrest. We didn't say arrested, we said arrest. Okay, number 2. Where did you find your book? Where did, to express past, you find, not found, your book. So if I have didn't or did, I have to use infinitive form after that. Individually, I'm gonna ask the students to answer this question. I'm gonna focus on the students who didn't answer it in groups, or he ignored the groups, or he didn't share and join the groups from his heart. So I'm gonna focus on these students. Let's start with Mazem, for example. My wife plays golf yesterday. Yes, what is the answer? That's right, played. Why we use played? Yes, because it's past. How did you know it's past? Yes, because we have yesterday. Next one. What did you space last week? What did you, Mona? Why did you do last week? Why we use do? Because we after did and didn't we must use infinitive form. Next one. He space served the juice, I asked. What is the answer? Didn't. Why you use didn't? Because it's past. How did you know? Because we have here asked. Asked is past simple, so we have to use past simple. Now I will divide the class into groups one more time and ask the students to answer these questions. And then I'm gonna do peer correction, which means they are going to switch the papers and check their answers and give each other marks if I feel a friendly atmosphere in the class. If I felt they are going to make bullying, if I felt there will be some kind of bullying or something like this, I will corrected by myself. Okay, you will have 6 minutes to answer this question. The best group is who will get the full mark. Number 1. What's your answer? Group A. A famous writer, space, this book last year. What is it's past? How did you know it's past simple? This group answer. Okay. Trout. Next one. The Romans captured Perta nearly 2,000 years ago. That's right. Why you use the captured? Yes, because we have a go. That's right. Number 3. When Ahmed was younger, he spaced to the beach every day. Yes, that's right. Went. Because we have here past simple, we have here when Ahmed was younger. It means it's talking about Ahmed's past habits. Okay, next one. What games space to play with your friends when you were younger? Yes, what did you use? Because he is asking about days when he was younger. The children opened the boxes and spaced out the books. Yes, and took out the book. And this is past simple because the actions followed each other, and that's why we used here past simple too. Next one, I didn't. What is the answer? Yes, fine, because after didn't, we should use infinitive form. That's right. At the end, we have a discussion question. As students, I want you to tell me a situation you will never forget happened to you in the past. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.